Blake's Buzz Live. Hate less, read comics. It's Blake's Buzz Live.
Buzz, buzz, babies.
Hey, hey, buzz, babies, happy Wednesday. Good to see ya. Or, you know, who's ever out there. I don't know who's out there. I hope someone's out there. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody had a great Wednesday, and I hope you picked up some great comics. Did you support indie comics today? If you didn't, I got a couple good things coming up that y'all can check out. But first, we got to pull up the ads on my cell phone that I got to read. I am not prepared. I'm going to vent, chat. I'm going to vent for just a moment. It's been a very intense 2 weeks. There's a lot going on at work, and you're going to hear about some of it in these ad reads in just a moment. But I worked yesterday. My alarm went. I got up. I was going to get up at 5, and I didn't. I got up at 6:15. I was working by 7:30. I quit working yesterday at 2:30 in the morning. I got done with my day job, my main job, at like 11, right wrapped up around 11. And then I had to start fucking building a Kickstarter page. And, yeah, anyway, so like, I'm a little frazzled, and I like, if I seem a little off kilter, deal with it. I love you. I'm just kidding. Anyway, tonight's show is sponsored by none other than Michael Gecko Adams, who has a new series, Hero out from Keenspot, to keep up with what he's going on. And you know you want to keep up with what he's got going on, babies. Get on over to geckoadams.com or tell your shops to put this bad member jammer on your pull list. It is a great book. It's super funny. The art is super amazing. Good message behind it. If for some reason your shop can't get it, you click in the show notes and you go to the Keenspot shop and you order yourself a copy. By the way, every book we talk about tonight, you go to the show notes, you can find a link, you can click and find a way to support that amazing creator. You know about some other amazing creators? They're all on Negative Burn. Everybody who's amazing in comics is in this anthology. It is amazing. It's been away for decades. It's back with a vengeance and an amazing creator list, an amazing series of covers that you can also get in metal covers. Hit that QR code or use the link in the show notes. We've been working on this so hard at work. Desperado Books, Joe Pruitt, he's back in the scene, back into comics, doing really cool stuff. And awesome working with Zoop. Great people over there. So go check out the campaign. Seriously, look at the creator list. Just look at who's on this book, and it'll blow your freaking mind off. It'll blow it off and away. Okay, you have to go get it. You have to go find it and put it back in your little skull to be able to read comics again. What else do we have? Oh, you guys know I have a day job at Prana Direct Market Solutions, and we're going to do Comics the Magazine. Oh my goodness. Have you heard of it? I know some people have heard of it. We're pretty excited about it. Doing a retailer roundtable next Friday. Oh, my logo's blocking it. 2 p.m. EST, behind the scenes, advanced looks. We're going to give away some stuff. This is for retailers. I know maybe not a lot of retailers watch the show, but if you have a shop and you're interested in the magazine, you want to make sure they carry it, you want to make sure they know about it, let them know. We'd love to have you RSVP. It's going to be a private, retailer-only live stream kind of thing. It's going to be cool, and we're going to talk about our big plans, and it's going to be super exciting, and you should join us because it'll be great. One more, I promise. Blam and Glam is back on Kickstarter. Richard Morgan is back kicking all the Mecha Demon ass, baby. I love this series. He digitally paints it. He's such a wonderful illustrator. It's a wild story. It's dark and weird, and he's going to places that sci-fi doesn't typically go. It's a wonderful cyberpunk-esque dystopia with a series of glorious, both safe and not safe for work covers, depending on what y'all like. It's in the 12th and 13th issue right now. So it's been running. But check this out. If you use the link in the show notes, crazy, right? If you click that link and go there, read the whole first issue for free. See if you vibe with it. See if you want to check it out. I think that I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. All right, so you know what else is pretty cool, chat? We got some cool creators in here, and I'm really stoked to bring them out. First one, I met this person on the internet recently. We have commented, chat a few times. They mentioned wanting to come on the show months and months ago, and I made them wait, and I forgot about it, and I made them wait some more. But you know what? We're happy to have them here. Let's bring out a brand new indie creator with a brand new book to talk about. It's AJ Lynch. What is up, AJ? Welcome to Blake's Buzz.
Hey, it's great to be here finally.
Thank you for dealing with my cluster. We got some people in the chat. We have a series of, we got a hi, a bye, and a never mind. I love your profile icon, and thanks for sorry I didn't get to your comment. We try. Anyway, AJ, how's your day? How's your night? How's your life? How's your comic book career? Fill me in. What's
It's going good. I mean, we the first book has been out for, Jesus, has it been a year?
Oh wow, really? That long?
Maybe a little bit less.
Okay.
But we are almost ready to start rolling with the Kickstarter for issue 2. So it's been
Exciting.
as long as it takes to make a second issue. That's how long it's been out.
Hey, well, Richard. Well, wait. Well, that's spoiler. Richard's about to come out. Our next guest makes comics in 24 hours. So I was gonna say comics is a pretty slow moving process unless you're our next guest, who's gonna get a better introduction than that, because I love this Muzzer Buzzer. Oh fuck, man. We lost our monetization. I said, all right, I fucking love this Mother Buzzer. He's an amazing illustrator. He draws a dick like it's nobody's business. Let's get him out of here, Richard Fabry! Yo, what's up, buddy?
I'm just really excited that AJ here finally gets to be on for his very first time, and you had to wait till it was my 7th?
Hey, I'm just happy to be here.
I thought nobody better to shepherd him in.
Yeah, look, I know the ropes.
tonight's topic, if you will, because we're so good at sticking on topics at the show, but it's dealing with giving back, but also we got to pay it forward. We got to pay the rent too, right? And it's especially in indie comics, you are expected to help if you can't, and you'll gain a reputation if you're an asshole to people, right? You can be kind of an asshole, but not. It's such a small indie comic circle, right? So I'm not saying you should be nice to people so that other comic book professionals will like you. Work for me, I got a job, but anyway, no, I'm just but it just seems, and it's good too, right? It's good that we have people to help and push people forward and help people, in a way, give people a step ladder, or a little boost. But it just seems like indie comics is like once you get into the big 2 or maybe even the big 3 or 4, right? It's like, or maybe even even the direct market, right? You get in a comic book shop and you're like, I don't gotta help you people anymore. Like, get away from me, you indie weirdo, you crowdfunder. No.
How did you turn crowdfunder into a slur so easily?
I'm white. We do this naturally, man. I'm trying to. Sorry. It's in our, like, I wish we weren't good at it. I don't. It's just.
But no, seriously, the indie comic scene is like full of so many nice people.
Yes.
And being new to it, having only one book out, I mean, I wouldn't have even been able to get that one book out if I didn't get a bunch of support from tons of like already established creators. I mean, shout outs to like Byron and the Comic Book Yeti guys and stuff. Those guys kind of I don't want to say took me under their wing, but I can't think of a better phrase. So that's what they did. And, kind of just like gave me advice and like a little bit of push that I needed to figure out how to get my book out there. And now I'm working on the second one. So definitely big thanks to the indie comics community there for sure.
Richard, like when you, I know you've had a very storied career, and but did you have any kind of stepping stones or help when is everybody frozen? I have no idea what's happening.
I'm not frozen.
I'm not frozen.
Are you hearing us? Okay, good. All right. Like it's funny. I've written about this before, but like I've always wanted a mentor and never had one. But like, I started this so young, and I started this far, far away in a country with very little comics to speak of. And so I kind of did have to like really carve my own way through, and it was really fucking hard, and it was really tiring. And one thing that the thing I discovered early is that the smaller a scene is, or the less money that is involved with any kind of creative endeavor, the more fervently people will fight for it. Because like when we're always being told that what we do is silly, which it is, we need to make it feel serious by like quibbling over 45 cents. And when I kind of made my way into the American indie comics scene, I really made a conscious decision to like not fall into any of those traps. And you see it all the time. You see people who are like trying to foment some kind of like discord or beef or whatever wherever they're like promoting their stuff because it's going to get attention. But the truth is that's a really short-term form of attention, and the long-term form of it is like, hey, a whole lot of people have enjoyed your company and your books, and as a result of that, you get to make a bunch more of them.
All right. Well, that's good. That's so interesting. Like how you like wanting a mentor, but never finding it, especially like knowing what I know. I guess that's kind of, that might be, is it, did you not find a mentor? Cause you like, like older men kind of with authority. Did you kind of like, I think that go towards them in a different way than mentorship? Maybe is that?
No, I think that's why like what started my fascination with old men. Like, I wanted Master Splinter to tell me I was a good boy. But no, I think like I've made a lot of terrible decisions in my life where I've seen someone who physically appears to be a mentor type and been like, that's what I need, and then kind of like hitched my wagon to fairly atrocious people. As my friend Paul has said to me many times, Richard, your butthole is like a camping ground for villainous men.
My goodness.
Aren't you glad to know me? Aren't you so proud to know me?
I am. I never know what you're going to say.
To kind of like go back to the thing about like people get really focused on very small irrelevant things. Like I will see people who are new to this, who will like have a table at a con or a table let's go smallest amount of money involved possible. You have a $15 table at a zine market, and you are complaining to the organizer because you didn't make your table back by selling your like photocopied zine that day. Yeah, it sucks to not make table, I guess, but like when you think like it's about how focused people become on this like microcosm, because what matters is not the money. What matters is feeling like you've succeeded or feeling like you've done something that was worthwhile. And when you've hitched so much to that one day, that one experience, and it doesn't work out, you'll cling to anything to blame something else for it. And like that is the thing people need to like let go of, because the much bigger thing is always going to be the $140 you're going to spend on drinks that night with the 30 people that you met at that event who you will now know for the rest of your career. But people overlook that in the moment and get hung up on the little shit.
Yeah, I think it's really easy in any sort of like industry or hobby or anything of that nature to like really take things personally when you kind of shouldn't, you know? Um, I mean, I didn't expect to make money off of my first book, and I didn't. So, expectations met. But what's important to
Congratulations.
me, thank you. What's important to me is, making this story and, showing it to people and having people enjoy it. And I have succeeded in that regard. I've shown the comic to a bunch of people. I've sent it to people. I've had people buy it and read it and like it and tell me that they liked it. And all of that is worth so much more to me than like making money. Or I mean, I haven't even had an opportunity to table at a con yet, but making back what I put into it, because in my eyes, releasing the book and then putting it in front of people, that's the goal. And I've done that. So I'm happy. And now it's just getting more people to read it so that I can be happier and make my Kickstarter for the second issue.
Also,
what was one
sorry,
of like
Blake.
the biggest like challenges you had? Like you know, just you said this happened like a year ago, right? And you're getting ready to start to getting ready to start on issue 2, right? So what's a hurdle you're not having to deal with this time that you did last time?
This time, I have a better idea of what people want to see on a Kickstarter page. I think that was probably the most difficult thing for me with my issue 1 Kickstarter, which we did succeed. We made our goal and then some, which was fantastic. I didn't even expect to do that, but um, we I was kind of just putting things out there. Like, yeah, I was showing images, I was showing like full pages, but I was really focused on showing interesting parts of the book without spoiling the story. Because in my perspective, the story is still the important part from me. That's what I think. Um, and so I want to show people enough to be interested in the story, but without like giving everything away, right? But some of the feedback that I got from some people on Kickstarter, and I mean, these were some people that like looked at my page completely like cold, like found it in whatever Kickstarter search or recommended or whatever, and they just cold messaged me and was like, "Hey, I want to see more of this. Like, you're not showing enough pages. I'm not seeing enough panels. I want to see lettered pages, et cetera, et cetera. You're not telling me how many pages the book is." And it was like it opened my eyes to what the Kickstarter consumers want to see on a campaign page. So now that I'm kind of almost done with the process of setting up the second one, I kind of have a little bit of a head start now where I'm like, okay, they want to see how many pages it is. They want to see some sequential art pages. I'm probably still not going to show you lettered pages because I don't want to spoil my story. I'm still holding on to that, which I might regret, um, but it really opened my eyes to what the average like Kickstarter backer consumer wants to see. So I think I'm sort of taking that experience into my next one.
Nice. Guys, I am going to try something. Something's going on with my computer. So I'm going to be in and out real quick. And
Okay.
Richard, I want you to tell a weird story.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So, I just got back from New Orleans, and I don't think I've ever found a place in America that felt more like it was welcoming to me, but that would also destroy me if I stayed there more than a week. Because on my first night, I found this bar. As everyone knows, anytime I go to a new city, I immediately look up whatever the sex club is and trying to find the dirtiest one. But
Naturally.
apparently, the one I like in New Orleans had been demolished. So I finally went to this bar. It's a Wednesday night. It's very chill. It's very quiet. But there's a couple of things about it. The bar is open 24/7, and 2, all the Yelp reviews mention that the clientele are incredibly old. So I'm on board. And I get there and I do my normal thing of I say, like, I go up to the bar and I always order a beer first, even though I don't know anything about beer, because I think I can get away with it. I think I can look cool for a second. And I just go, I'll just get a beer. And then the person inevitably says, what kind? And I get flustered and I go, I don't know, whatever kind of beer you think I should have. I don't know. I'm so sorry for being here. And he gives me the beer and he says, $3. I'm like, fuck yes. All right. I chose the right thing. I'm getting $3 beer. Now, like, there's some other shit that happens in between. There's a fetish shop in the back of the bar. The guy running the fetish shop does end up blowing me around the corner and then giving me the gift of a far too ambitious ball stretcher that I don't even know what he thought I was going to be capable of, but that's fine. So I'm back at the bar, drinking like my third beer. This old man starts talking to me out of nowhere about World War II museums. And I'm like, I'm on board because like I have been to a lot of World War II museums in my travels. And so I get to like fully, and he's overwhelmed. He's like, I've never met someone else who cares about World War II museums. So I'm just having like a grand old time. This older woman who's like a friend of the bartender overhears us, comes over and says, I'd really like you to see how the inside of my brain works. Do you want to come to my place? I was like, absolutely. So we walk to her place. She opens the door and every single room has just been turned into like a crazy like art making space. Everything's just like piles of paint, canvases, pens, paper, everything. Every single room. Shakes me through the whole house, shows me all like the weirdest art shit she has, including like pieces that she's incredibly resentful of the creators now, but still wants to keep because she loves the work, and like starts going into how complicated that is. I'm like, this is fantastic. We get talking. Turns out she owns like my favorite bar in Seattle and now wants me to do dicks for the bathroom there, which is just fantastic for me. We go back to the bar. I sit back down with World War II guy, and he orders a very nice whiskey. And the bartender says, that'll be $3. And I'm like, holy shit, every drink here is $3. Now, this was a quiet night. This was a Wednesday. I get back there on the Friday. It's just a full-on fuckfest on the back patio. I was in New Orleans for 5 nights in total, and I spent 34 hours at this bar. It was just an absolute high. And this is why, like, you put me in New Orleans for more than a week, I get no comics made ever again. Like, that's it. I'm done. You can say goodbye to me. Me and the septuagenarians of this venue are just going to be, like, fucking and sucking our way through $3 drinks for the rest of eternity. And I highly recommend the city. I'm not going to give the name of the bar because I don't want anyone watching to meet me there.
Fair enough.
That's how the internet works. I really thought like I could do that for long enough that Blake would come back. So should we just talk about him? Do you think? How do you know Blake?
I don't, if I'm being honest. I just am a fan of the show, and I messaged him asking if I could be on it, and I didn't get a response for a while. And then he got back to me and he was like, hey, I'm booked out through like the year. So I'm like, okay, cool. I think I reached out to him before my book came out, which was in March of last year.
Okay. So are you on now to promote the next book, or is the next book still like somewhere in the distant future?
I'm here to promote the idea of the next book.
Okay.
I wanted to do the whole
my Kickstarter.
We
gotta stop talking shit about him. He's back.
Okay, no, for the almost the whole show, everything's been frozen. I was kind of able to hear you guys, but it was like real stuttery. I am so sorry. And then I closed the browser and tried to come back and it wouldn't open. I had to restart my fucking computer in the middle of a live stream. You never know what's going to happen live. AJ, I'm so sorry. Richard, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I apologize.
AJ told a really awful story about a sex club in New Orleans.
Oh yeah,
real.
I've definitely been to New Orleans.
That's where you go there. You go for the sex club and the spicy food, right?
Oh, that's an awful combination. What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Lots of stuff.
Oh dear.
All right, I think 24 minutes in, I think we can start the show. To be fair, I've gone longer and not even introduced anyone or talked about books. So we're okay. All right, so anybody, the chat kind of reset. We got a hot dog emoji from Mr. John Westhoff. I think there's a part-time comics releasing in the direct market fairly soon. This week or now, I don't know. He got, or maybe not this week because I think he just got the shipment in. But I think there's a Drumsticks of Doom coming out in the direct market. Was it Richard always will say, "What's a good IPA?" Always say what's.
Yeah, like what you missed was I'm bad at ordering beer at bars. The one thing I know about beer is that I don't like IPA. That's the only thing I know. So I'm fucked.
It's an acquired taste.
Well, so then you walk up to the bartender and say anything but an IPA.
Yeah, but then they're gonna give me like Guinness or something. You know, like I want them to look at me and say, "This kid's new." You know, like he said beer because it's a word he'd heard of, and he doesn't have enough money today for vodka. That's the energy I want to give off. I should just get that printed on a T-shirt.
Or like a medical bracelet. Like you just like they're like, "What do you want?" You just give them your wrist.
Hey, like since you're like the indie comic expert out of the three of us, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I backed a Kickstarter some years ago, and it came with a bunch of prints, and I have no idea what book these prints are associated with, but they're sick as hell. One is just a picture of a cool dude on a motorcycle, and it just says math. Any idea?
No.
Oh man.
How long ago was this?
I have sometime between 2020 and now, and I have like 3 prints from this. That's the one that I remember the most because it's in my drinking room. But the room for memories. But it's like they're all kind of like school based, kind of like school is cool kind of vibes, but like very like radical drawings.
Okay.
Yeah. If anyone knows, and if anyone watches this stream and knows, just message me.
Yeah, I don't because I have a lot of prints myself, and I have a lot of weird ones from like Magnetic Press because they used to send you like 20. Like you like back at like every stretch goal, they'd be like, "Here's 5 more prints." Like, what the hell am I gonna do with these? And they'd come on like pretty nice, almost cardstock. Like they were on nice. Anyway, I got so much of that shit. And I got stickers. I don't use stickers. I'm weird about like I know I could put stickers on this, but like when you put water in here, and I know water's not supposed to come out of here, but there's water and it does get wet sometimes. Sometimes you slip filling it up. Sometimes you drop it. Sometimes you're going to the car between rains. This is what we're here to talk about tonight, folks, is fucking stickers.
Well, maybe people who run Kickstarter should have some fucking vinyl stickers that are waterproof.
Yeah. We need better stickers, please.
Yeah, this is how you announce. You put the shittiest stickers you can on your water bottle. You be a big sloppy wet boy, as we know you like to be. And you show these damaged ass stickers with a little sign being like, "Don't back this person's campaign. Their stickers are garbage."
This is precisely why I canceled my stickers from my first campaign.
Oh, really?
Because I knew that. No, I canceled them because we had some backers withdraw and we couldn't make the budget anymore. But I'm gonna say it's because I knew that Blake wouldn't put my stickers on his mug.
No one will put these on a Yeti.
I've only made stickers a couple of times, but my greatest sticker success is for Haunted Hill, for the one you can see the poster up in the background with the fingers in the donut. Mm-hmm. I did a sticker of a donut that just said on it, "Put your fingers in my hole." And
I remember that. Those were great.
Have I told you the story about the old man in Cleveland last year?
No.
So this man walks up to my table, looks at the sticker, laughs, walks away. Comes back about 10 minutes later, asks about the books. I tell him about the various books. He buys some books, and then he's about to leave, and he says, "Can I have a sticker?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I give him a sticker, and he goes, and he's asking about my second memoir, Ambitious Failures. And I tell him all about it. It's the one where they thought I had cancer. There's a lump in my neck that they thought was cancer. It turns out to be scar tissue from giving too many blowjobs. And he goes, "Oh, can I feel the lump?" So I'm like, "Sure." So I take his hand and I rub it on the lump. And he like locks eyes with me, takes my other hand, puts it behind his head, and my fingers go like one knuckle deep in. And he leans forward and he says, "Brain tumor removed a few weeks ago." And then he looks me right dead in the eye and says, "You got your fingers in my hole now, boy." And then looks away wistfully and says, "My wife hates putting her fingers in my hole, and then just disappeared into the night. It was just like, it was one of the most, like, that man saw me and understood me wordlessly and knew that I would be 100% down for what he was offering. So
Yeah,
fucking
because like
great.
if that happened to me, I would die. I would die.
Yeah, and go
right
to
there.
heaven. You would die and go to heaven. Like, look, obviously for me that was a very enjoyable moment, but like I think for anyone, a moment that surreal is absolute perfection.
So all right, AJ. After this, we can talk about your book. I swear to God. I used to be a bouncer, right? And I used to work at this. I used to work at this place called Lou's, and it was a smaller place. And there's this. He was there a lot, and he was an asshole, and he would get loud. And one night we're trying to get him to leave, and he pushes my boss, right? He pushes the manager. And so he wasn't like, I was bigger than everybody, right? And so I couldn't fight very well, but I could pick people up. And usually when you pick someone up and manhandle them or person handle them, you shouldn't use gendered language, whatever. But like when you carry them outside and set them down and you're like, we good? Usually they're good. They know, he didn't get it. Right. So like, he's like clawing me and trying to hit me while I'm walking him outside, and I have to, like, the only thing I can do is like squeeze him closer so he can't hit me as bad, right? So I'm like waddling out with this dude, and we get out there and he gets me with an elbow, and I get mad, and I was like, fuck you. And I like threw him, and his head like hit the ground. Like, and it made this, all right, when you drop a beer bottle and it doesn't shatter, it makes that weird pop sound. That glass pop sound. That's what his skull made. It like hit the concrete and made this pop sound. And he's like laying there, like staring at the sky, right? Because we're like out on the patio. And I was like, I knew something. And then like the blood started coming out from behind his hat. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then like, I'm like about to puke because I'm like, oh, I just killed a guy. And then like, he like gets up, right? So he's like, he like takes his hat off and he takes his hand, he's got blood, like blood's all over. It's like he's bleeding everywhere. And like he goes, look what you fucking did. And he comes up and he wipes his blood all over this like gross drunk old man. That's the closest I have to a story anywhere.
That's
close
awful. That I told a delightful story about fingering an old man's hole on the show floor of Cleveland Fan Expo, and you had to get nasty.
Anyway. Oh yeah, that's why I don't miss the bar days. I do. I'm every now and then I'm lonely. I miss going out. Like, because you were never lonely at the bar. Yeah, like, but it was like faux friendship, right? It was like industry camaraderie that dies as soon as you leave the bar or get fired or find a different job, whatever. But like sometimes I'm like, I miss the noise and I miss all that. And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I don't miss getting hit in the face. I don't miss I don't miss all the, like, so much drama, so much crazy drama. And then like, you have to like pick sides and stuff. And it's like, there's like mom and dad bartender, and there's like, when the world is full of ridiculous politics and you have to worry about like the bar politics too, it's nuts. It's a very weird, incestuous industry, but I had so much fun for about 7 years. But like, I don't know, it's like, it kills you. It like destroys you. Like 2 people I worked with that like after I left, have died. Like one from like 2 drug overdoses and one
Now,
like liver failure.
AJ, Blake has a heart out, so stop distracting him and talk about your book.
Yes. All right. So let's go into which, by the way, links in the description. It's on both comics.one and global. But hit us with this this new indie phenomenon that we all need to check out. AJ, what's your con table pitch?
So Gunsmoke Icarus is like one of those stories that I like spent way too much time both reading and watching Black Lagoon and Cyberpunk Edge Runners like back to back. And I was like, oh my God, I need to do this.
She looks like the Black Lagoon. I got the vibes because I love Black Lagoon. All right.
When I was designing Shion, the protagonist, I told Dante, the artist, that I wanted people to look at her and look at the cover, which is on this poster that's mostly covered by Blake's logo, but you can click the link in the thing and see the book anyway. But there you go.
There.
I wanted people to look at this cover and be like, oh yeah, they like Black Lagoon. And
I love
think
the cover, like the color, the use of space, like it's a sick cover.
Yeah, Dante is a fantastic artist, and you can find his socials in the link tree that's down there as well. It's not just mine down there; his is on there as well. But I wanted to do like that sort of cyberpunk, gritty, action focused, like nobody's a good guy, gunslinging story, and so I did. And I think I think I did a good job, but the really interesting caveat to Shion's character is that she doesn't feel pain or really anything. Actually, her sense of touch is heavily restricted and muted, so she doesn't feel pain, but she also doesn't feel anything else, and so it creates like this sort of conflict where it's like, yeah, not feeling things is great when I'm getting shot at, but what if I like want to hug?
I love that scene, by the way, because she gets shot, and it's the way the scene plays out, because you're like, maybe it's adrenaline, right?
Yeah.
Like she got shot in the leg and she hasn't kicked in yet, and then you kind of get into that little bit about her, and like there's like this kind of, I don't know, like I like the little bit of like vulnerability and characterization you threw in, and that was like it was a good moment. I liked, it was a good way to put some,
I
put some
appreciate
flesh on the
that.
bones. Yeah.
I really try to make it a point to not just like say stuff at the reader. I want the characters to like experience the thing on the page and then let the reader sort of figure it out from there, right? So I didn't want to do like an exposition dump at the front of the book and be like, oh, by the way, she can't feel pain. I wanted to let that play out naturally, and then you start to realize that it's like, oh, okay, the reason she does drugs is because not being able to touch stuff sucks. So, and I really wanted to introduce that conflict and that sort of symbolism of like a character that lives in like a hyper violent, fast paced world, but also she doesn't feel pain. So it's like, where everything for everybody else hurts all the time, she's just kind of pedal to the metal all the way in. There's no risk to take because nothing hurts,
But her heart and soul, like there's conflict within.
Oh
because
yeah,
of it, right?
always.
So that's what's kind of fucked up too, because like to not know physical pain and only know emotional pain is kind of a mind fuck, right?
Oh
like
yeah.
If you only knew physical pain and didn't know emotional pain, you would be like probably a serial killer or something, right? So like, if you like to kind of take that aspect away, your humanness changes. So yeah, you're playing with some fun big stuff here. I was very surprised, and like 20, just under 30 pages, like what all y'all did. And I love like the art's very gritty and textual. Very manga-esque. So especially like some of the poses and stuff I was digging. It's very, the black and white, it's got it. And I say this like confidently and like as a compliment, it's got like this underground vibe to it, right? It's like a comic book sized production zine almost. And it's, I don't know, it's punchy and it's quick, and you can read it. You can go read it and see what we're talking about right now. And if you dig it, you can get. It sounds like what y'all got a timeline for issue 2. Like you said soon. Is it?
I wanted
too soon to say. Sure?
I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I wanted to do the whole thing where I like click the button and make it go live now, like while we're live on camera.
No,
but that didn't work. So,
AJ, never launch a Kickstarter at night. The algorithm is entirely based on how well you do on your first day, and that goes until midnight of your first day. You got to do like 7 a.m.
Yeah,
You
I
would
believe
have
that,
fucked yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I
launch
was
it,
gonna put it up for pre-launch. So
Oh,
it,
the
like the
pre-
pre,
okay.
the
No,
pre-save
that's
it.
all
It
good.
wasn't,
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't gonna be
Cool.
like live.
Okay.
Um,
You
but no,
panicked me
so
for a second there.
no, so pre-launch for the Kickstarter is gonna go up next week. We'll call it a week from today for anybody watching.
Yeah, in these instances, it's when it's public facing. I know like you're excited and want to do it, but it's always best to like. So many things have to happen last minute in comics. It's so weird how things move slow till it's like, whoop, time to go.
Until they
like,
don't, yeah.
Yeah, like that time. This is all due tomorrow and has to be done perfectly. So it's like, and if it's not done perfectly, it's going to print, and that's going to be there forever. Like so anyway, so it's just like it's crazy. So give yourself grace and don't try not to stress about that. And especially now, like with all the new pre-launch tools, you get a nice little pre-launch page going.
Pre-launch
show
is
stuff,
great.
Talk about it. You could do a lot of cool stuff with pre-launch now. So that's exciting. So it sounds like Kickstarter is what you're going with.
Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna be on Kickstarter.
didn't
Issue 1 was
know-
on Kickstarter. So
Does Comics One, do they have a? I didn't know if
They-
they ever had a crowdfading platform or not.
they do. It just recently launched. And the only reason I'm not using it is because I had already started setting up my Kickstarter when they launched their crowdfunding platform. But I mean,
yeah, you already did one though too. Like,
yeah, that too. Is I wanted to like,
yeah, you could pivot, like, because now would be the time to pivot, but that's a risky pivot that I wouldn't advise.
yeah.
You know,
I also like I have a bunch of
Not to
people.
talk any shame on that platform. It's hard to build an audience, and if you have one successful campaign under your belt, that second campaign is just a little bit easier. If you move to a different platform, that ease is gone. Then you got to get all those other people to follow you. So it's just a little tricky.
Yeah, that was exactly my thought process. Comics One is great. The people that run it are super cool. I've been in direct contact with, the people that own and operate the platform. They've done a lot for me, as like, getting my book on there and helping me set up with, they have print on demand now, which you can get my book print on demand through comics.one,
Nice.
which is currently the only way to get a physical copy.
Print on demand is it's interesting. I know Wellspring's going all in on it, and
yep, that is who it's through. Comics One has the partnership with Comics Wellspring.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Richard? You got, I mean, as someone who can build and produce and launch a comic in days, I've seen you do it. I've heard you talk about it. I feel like print on demand for someone with that kind of tenacity and skill set might I mean, you could literally like do a convention exclusive, like whole zine or mini comic and print like, 50 and not go broke. I mean, does any of that sound enticing? Or
I mean, look,
all the little dick books you could make, Richard.
Yeah, but
Oh,
do
little dick
you know
books.
how quickly I make those dick books, man? I find that the print on demand stuff is just like, for the numbers that I'm doing, is prohibitively expensive.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not printing less than 1,000 of anything, so like the print on demand is really great. Where it's really good. It's really good if you want to do like a very limited edition variant cover. Then it can be great. I just had a special edition of a book put together where I needed 2 copies of a 524 page book. And unfortunately, none of the print on demand places could accommodate that. So I had to pay an exorbitant amount of money through Nixon to get those 2 books made in time. I make good decisions, but that one's not for money. That's for another thing. I do need to like look at my back catalog and say, like, I've got 343 books now. I should, like, there's 30 of them that are still available from me at shows. I should probably look at putting some of the other ones up on, like, Kindle Direct or whatever, and then do the Amazon print on demand thing so that people can actually buy them. But I just, for me, it just comes down to time. Like, that, I'm living full time at my office for the next 3 weeks to try and get this book finished. I've bulk ordered bottled water and microwave meals, and
what What are your artist struggle microwave meals? What are you eating?
I really like the Crave mac and cheese. I really like Trader Joe's taquitos, the
Okay.
chicken and cheese ones. I'm embarrassingly a huge fan of microwavable buffalo wings. The key is you have to microwave them for twice as long as they say, and
Okay.
2 minutes before it finishes, open that door and put on some of your own buffalo sauce. I bought a half gallon of buffalo sauce as well. So like, and then it cooks the sauce into it, so they stay a little bit juicy, but you get like kind of almost a crispy chicken vibe to them.
Not an air fryer guy.
I wouldn't have an air fryer in my office. It's all microwave.
Think of all the possibilities.
Yeah, but where would I put
You
it?
could tell everyone about it.
I could tell everyone about it.
Yeah.
I
You got to talk about your air fryer when you get an air fryer.
Like I already
like
have
part of
irritable bowel. I have a topic. No, I know that I need to do these things, but it's the same as like I need to set up a Threadless account and have like fucking dick t-shirts available. I need the time to do it. I need to get enamel pins made. I need to get stickers made. But I'm already fulfilling 12 Kickstarters a year and making the hardest art I've ever made and drawing at least 10 dicks every day. So it'll happen one day as soon as I get my head above water.
I would buy a Morning Wood shirt from you if it was like clever, had like a big sun and an erect penis.
I want to do a reversible fridge magnet where one side makes it look like the dick is pointing down, the other side makes the dick pointing up, so you can like reveal, show your mood, show how horny you are.
You should but instead do the like they make them for the dishwashers, where you do like clean or dirty.
Yeah.
And you could do a flip magnet, like clean or dirty. I don't know what the dirty dick would look like, but
I mean, I can imagine, and I don't want to draw that. you gross weirdo. We're trying to run a clean show here.
I know. We're trying to keep things right. Speaking of clean shows and clean dicks, heard they taste like avocados. I'm sorry.
A really fun game you can play if you ever see someone eating Pringles is you say to them, the inside of a Pringles can smells like a dick, because what's really funny is immediately they'll sniff it.
They'll go smell it.
It smells nothing like a dick, but their enthusiasm to give us a hog a quick sniff is phenomenal.
To give a hog a quick sniff. That is poetry. So write that. That's the title of your next dick book. Speaking of giving hogs quick sniffs, what about giving hogs quick sketches? Oh, that was bad. You've got a new book on Kickstarter right now, Richard.
Here it is.
A little book of superhero dicks, and let's make sure everybody knows that it's not the dicks of superheroes, it's superheroes dicks as superheroes.
Who do you want to see? Shall I show some Ninja Turtles?
Yes. Oh my God, he's coming out of his shell. Oh,
I got a personal favorite. I'm going to hide this one because it's such a good reveal, but there's Wonder Woman with her golden lasso of piss.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
24 dicks, and the back cover is blank, so you can get a 1 minute dick sketch on the back cover as one of the reward tiers, or you can buy a fully customized dick where you get to choose hard, soft, veiny, smooth, cut, uncut, hairy, shaved, cock ring, ball stretcher, piss, jizz, and any theme you like.
Amazing. What an amazing pitch. AJ, I just want you to hear this, because I just remind us of the story of how this started, because he started selling these at cons, AJ. And he has lines of people now at cons. They just line up, and how many dicks you think you draw at a typical con now in like a week?
Oh, it really varies city to city. So like a real fucking high point for me career-wise was in New Orleans when I wasn't getting railed at a bar. I had drawn all 4 Ninja Turtle dicks, and they were sitting on the table, and I'd forgotten that the cast of the Turtles movie were there, and they walked by and they saw them and they freaked out because I had accurately guessed which of them were circumcised. Yep. I just fucking knew. So that was really special for me. No, I've been drawing dicks professionally since March. I have drawn officially. I've drawn 1,257 professional dicks so far. It all began because I was at an after party for a fan expo in Cleveland, the same one where I fingered the old man. I gotta narrow it down. The same one where I fingered the old man on the con floor. I fingered a lot of old men at shows.
Yeah, I figured.
But I was at this after party and someone came and asked me to sign a poster, and I said sure. And they said, "Can you do a sketch?" And I said, "What do you want?" And he said, "I don't know." And my friend Aaron, who does the comic strip Effin' Birds, leaned back over the couch and said, "Richard's really good at drawing dicks." And I drew a dick on this guy's poster, and then I drew 57 more dicks on other posters. So there's a lot of Fan Expo Cleveland posters with my dicks on them. And the next day they ran out of coffee in the green room. So I just drew a dick on a coffee cup and put up a little sign that said, "Bring me a small black coffee and this cup is yours." And I got 16 free coffees that day. So at the next show, I just put up a sign that said "Dick Pics by request" with a price on it. And obviously it brought a lot of attention and people had questions. And I was able to like lift the sign and reveal some dicks that I'd pre-drawn behind it. But I sold 93 dicks at the first show. And I was like, shit, this is it. Like, this is the fucking easiest money I'll ever make in my life. And the thing is, what I've realized is people are looking for a dick pic they can be proud of for a change. And I draw these things with love because I've never seen a dick I don't like. And, I've got 28 years of pretty intense research behind it. So
are you selling all these for like, they're all like 20, are they still all like 25?
It depends on like what the dick is. So like on the Kickstarter, I got like a $30 custom dick thing. Cause if I'm doing them at home in the or in the office, in the studio, whatever, I can put a lot more into them. If I'm doing a quick sketch at a show, I'll do it for 20 or 25. So it varies. And then like sometimes if people are looking for really specific custom stuff outside of the Kickstarter campaigns, I'll charge a little more. If people are looking for something a bit bigger, but yeah, they're reasonably priced dicks because it makes me really happy to draw them.
Dude, I think it's a fucking deal because it's a sketch. It's art. Hold on. I'm not a good mathematician. What'd you say? You said like 93 times 25. That's $2,300 at a con. Mm-hmm. Like that's phenomenal. And there's now, just theoretically, like some of those people, they're going to buy a dick. You're going to make them laugh. You're going to tell them a story, and they're going to end up buying like a book or two as well. So like, I mean, when you're tabling at a con, is it like, are you killing it? I know you have like. I know you've done like the steak and lobster dinner. You were like, one time you told me like, you guys were like, we're going to take all the money we make at the table tonight and just go out and blow it at dinner or something or like that. Right. And you told me a story, something like that. And, but I mean, is every con like that typically for you now?
So I make almost my entire living at cons. And kind of always have. Like I've been doing this a long fucking time. And I do 30 cons a year usually.
Internationally too, y'all. Like he goes everywhere.
But like basically at this point, dicks have become about 40% of my income since March. So, obviously like it's shifted. Some people who would have bought one thing from me are now buying a dick book or a dick instead of another thing as their first try. But I've also had like a pretty steady increase in customers because people are pretty excited by the dicks. And like a lot of the times it'll depend on like who I'm next to at the con. If I'm next to someone who's selling a lot of quiet, sensitive things, then like I'll just put my memoirs at that end of the table and my dicks at the other end, because a lot of the time it's about like what is the overflow from other tables and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's pretty worthwhile. I'll say that much.
That's awesome. I mean, I was just talking with a buddy, and it was like, when you're marketing, even when you get comfy, you can't ever get too comfy, right? And you always have to try something new. You always have to, like, what if you would have never drawn a dick? You know, what if you would have never drawn a dick on that poster? You know, right? Insane. I love that, you know, you're talking about like how that's increasing your audience, the finding the monetary, you know, the increase in cons. That's phenomenal.
But you know, like a lot
I
of
had
the
a
time,
question.
it is
sorry.
about like trying weird shit. Like, did I tell you about my donation box last year?
No.
So, my friend Aaron, the same one who got me drawing dicks, he's from Canada, and so when he does a show, he'll put out a little a tariff jar, to, you know, monetize American guilt. And I was like, I got to figure out some equivalent of this because that's fucking gold, right? And a friend of mine, my friend Trevor, he and I went and did a store signing together. And by the way, Trevor's book, Heavy Issue 1, is on Kickstarter right now. People should check that out as well. But Trevor and I did a store signing together, and he went to the back room with the store manager to get us our money for the books that we're buying. And Trevor noticed that this guy had a lot of ones. And he knows how much I hate ones because all my books are in values of 5, 10, 20, whatever. And he said, oh, Richard always needs ones at shows. You should pay him entirely in ones. That would really help him. So I get given like $200 in fucking $1 bills. And I'm just mad about it. And I look at Trevor. I'm like, hey, Trevor, you understand that like you and I share hotel rooms and transport and shit at shows like all year long. And we always settle up at like the end of the year. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I always owe you money at the end of the year. And you know now that, and this was back in April, I now have 8 months to get as many ones as possible. And he was like, all right, well, you've already got a lot to start with. So at the next show that Trevor and I were both doing, and I made sure we were tabling next to each other, I bought a donation box and I printed out the worst picture I could find of Trevor. Fortunately, he had it as his profile picture. And I put up a sign that just said, make Trevor's life worse, $1. And then had a written explanation of it on the front of the box that was like funny but small, so you had to really pay attention. And people saw this and they were like, I'd give them like a 5-second explanation, and they'd just be like, is it for spite? And I'll be like, yeah. And they're like, fuck yes. And they'd put $1 in. And like one guy literally put in a 50. I was like, sir, it's for dollar bills only. He's like, I want you to go to the bank and change it, keep $10 for yourself, but I want to give $40 for the spite because that's fantastic. Over the course of 2 weekends, I brought in $700 in ones. So now, basically, all my hotels are free. Across the course of several conventions, I've covered everything without having to sell an extra thing at all. And I get to pay Trevor back by putting all those ones into a fucking money gun and shooting him at a hotel in England because it's the most inconvenient place to give someone American ones. That's marketing.
Oh, that's
So spite is the most powerful marketing tool we have.
yeah. Spite is a powerful drug. It sounds like. Wow. Well, you heard it there, folks. We were going to talk about giving away free comic books and stuff tonight, but we're running out of time. But do things out of spite, and you know, and consider your enemies when you're really trying to rile up some inspiration. I want to know, because I had so much fun talking to you all tonight. And again, I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. I was going to say that's never happened before, but it has. I have knocked over lights. I've unplugged computers. I've done some.
Hey, remember you had several months on Riverside. That was nothing but technical.
Oh, I know. I had Riverside where things would. I interviewed a real Hollywood director one time who's in real movies, Josh Rubin, and the whole episode, my mouth and voice were detached like a bad dub. And I didn't know. I didn't know because it looked fine on my screen. Anyway, you know, things happen, and I appreciate you all for sticking with me, and everybody out there, I appreciate you for sticking with us. And this is the part that you need to pay attention to, because like earlier when I mentioned there's some links in the description, I also want to make sure we know where to keep track of you so that we can follow you on the socials, know where to support you, know what you got going on. AJ, hit us up, man. I know we got your link tree, but let us know what's in there and what we can dive into.
So yeah, I mean, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram /threads. I don't know how that works. It's all one account, but it's 2 accounts. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I technically have both. And Blue Sky, all at It's AJ Lynch. and the link tree will bring you to all of that stuff. You can also find the 2 links that will bring you to my released comic, and when it's ready next week, you'll be able to find the link to pre-save the Kickstarter for Gunsmoke Icarus issue 2.
Hell yeah. And I really encourage y'all to do that because pre-launch clicking is free. Supporting indie comics is awesome. And anything you can do, like Richard said, that first day is so important. So you want to launch early, you want to launch strong, having a nice little follower count. So all those emails go out. You got people excited about it. It's really cool. So when that link launches, don't be a little doo-doo face. You click AJ's link, you go follow AJ's comic. Sound good? Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
It's all, but for real, it's cool. It's got cool. Like I said, like gritty manga vibes. It's fast and it's punchy, and you should check it out. And I love that cover. And I like, man, issue 2's got a lot to live up. You got excited to see the issue 2 cover. Cause yeah, it's just a great piece. All right, awesome. AJ, it was good to meet you tonight. And
thanks for
I was
having
gonna
me.
say I'd follow you, but I already am because that's how we know each other.
Excellent.
Richard, remind us where to keep track of you and the link that's so easy to remember and all that fun stuff.
So the link for all the Dick campaigns I'm going to be doing is dickstarter.net. So go to dickstarter.net and get your book of Dicks. And you can also, so the superhero book is up there, but you can also, as an add-on, you can get Dick Retreat. If you missed it last October, all 31 Dicks of Cocktober for you. So that's like 55 Dicks altogether on one campaign. And then Dicks by Richard on Blue Sky, and kickrichard.com for all my other Kickstarter stuff, where I put out, every other fucking book I do, which is most years it's like 20 books. This year it's going to be a little less, just because I got an enormous project that I'm working on that I'm having to hold back on for a couple of months to release all in its best possible form. So I'm just going to be a little bit of a coward and say I'm probably only putting out 10 books this year. Sorry.
It's still crazy. So it's not something not a lot of people can do. It's intense.
Sleep is for cowards.
I wish I could. I need that Richard energy in those little pills.
I have not had any kind of I have not had any Ritalin since the weekend, because I just keep forgetting to take it, and I'm still, turns out I'm just like this. So
you just get locked in.
Just absolutely fucking locked in.
Yeah, that's been me over the last, the other night. I was just gonna do some things on the Kickstarter, and then all of a sudden it was 2:30. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But shouldn't even get done.
Isn't that obsession the best feeling?
It is, yeah, it is, and it's not it's I know it's different. It's not like creating you're creating a story. You guys are making comic books and stuff, but it is I don't know. It's totally different. I'm making graphics and copywriting, but you get in the zone and you make it look good. And D Fish is a really talented illustrator, and she saw a graphic template I made, and she saw the page this morning, and she was all fucking excited about it. So that made me feel good.
I'm excited for that new book as well. I pre-purchased a cover from D for a title that I have no fucking clue when I'll be releasing it.
Oh, cool.
I'm so excited. Yeah, she's going to be doing a Blastosaurus cover for whenever the fuck that book relaunches.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Yes, that's so cool. Yeah. Also, this is not in the description because I suck. But you can, if you search for Finding D or Finding D Volume 3 or Finding D 3D, that it should pop up. You can sign up. We are launching next Tuesday. If I do my job. I'm holding this up. So
we believe in you.
No, yeah, it's D even said better to do it right, and because this time we're I made a launch doc and we approved it. I don't know, I was trying to do shit because sometimes I'm making these campaigns and like you said, Richard, you make them the day of, and you're kind of oh, I need this reward, and oh, I need this, so, and shit gets forgotten, or you like delete something somewhere but don't delete it somewhere else, and then 20 people buy a book they weren't supposed to buy. That happened.
Yep. Look, I started I like threw together a kind of rough version of the latest Dick campaign 2 weeks ago, and so I could have the pre-launch live, and then went and did like 2 conventions and a bunch of other travel and other things, and completely forgot until like literally yesterday morning at 4 a.m. that I actually had not built the campaign at all. And just had to like haul ass and like to my computer and just get the fuck to work. And I launched at 6 a.m. So it all worked out.
Hell yeah, it can be done. What sucks though is it's just you don't want people to know you can do that because then your boss finds out like we can build a Kickstarter page in 2 days if we have to, and it's like
this is why I remain happily unemployable.
Anyway, that's my advice. And like I said, same to you, AJ. Like I said, like get the pre-launch page looking good. Take your time, go over it, make sure the links work. It's just like, you forget, you get excited, or you look at the same damn thing a million times because it's you working on your own deal, and then you look at it so long you don't see stuff right anymore. So yeah, just take your time with it. That's and you already know, but for the people listening, I fucked up and vanished for 7 minutes or whatever tonight, so I gotta pretend to be smart and drop some knowledge at the end of this thing. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming. Both Richard, you're always welcome back. AJ, you let me know when we'll get you back when you guys are like either right before launch or around launch time.
Yeah, for sure. I'll keep you posted.
And you can remind us of issue 2, and we can get people stoked for it. Other than that, everybody, thank you for dealing with my technical difficulties tonight. I sure do apologize. Hopefully next week will be a little bit easier. Got some fun guests next week. It's gonna be fun. I got some fun people hitting me up for the show, and I just remembered that Anthony is going to be on the show, and I'm going to be in California because I'm going to Comics Pro. All right. Well,
it's Comics Pro next week?
No, it's in February.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's.
I thought it was. I thought I was in New Zealand for Comics Pro.
Are you going to be at Comics Pro?
No, I'm not. I'm in New Zealand during it because I'm in California right now, and I'm quite bummed. Okay, well, we got to make sure because I think then Comics Pro might conflict with the next time I'm going to be on this show, so we might need to delay that by a week or something.
Yeah, I'll have to. I keep forgetting. It's all right. The last time someone told me they were going to fly me to California for work in comics, I got fucking fired. So when people are telling me now that they're gonna they're like, Blake, we're gonna dress you up and get you, I'm like, sure, okay, and then but now I guess it's actually happening. And so I just was kind of like, I was like, okay, cool. Cause I'm going to I'm going to C2E2 as well. That got confirmed today too. So yeah, anyway,
look at
this is the year that I'm going to I'm going to cons as a pro, not as press. I'm pretty,
Hey, Blake, I need to ask this. Do you have the appropriate ID for an airport?
I do.
Okay. Just making sure.
I don't have the new enhanced ID.
You got it.
There's a
February 1st. They start charging $45 for not having that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, I have a real ID. I've flown with it.
Okay.
But there's a new one now called an enhanced ID. Only like 4 or 5 states can get them. And this is, you want to get scared? They're like the verbiage of like why you need this ID is to cross state lines. So they're already building IDs that can permit you from state to state travel, which is fucking gnarly. And technically, G. Willow Wilson is how I learned this, by the way. If she was posting about it. so only like 5 states, and it's the only ID that can actually prove your citizenry. Like a real ID only proves status, not citizenry.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's fucking gnarly.
Perfect country, no notes.
No
love
notes,
it.
right? We're doing great here, y'all.
I love being here on
We're
this.
doing
Venus.
great. Everything's fine. We're just gonna make comic books, and, and everything's gonna be great. Anyway, I was a weird way to end this, but yeah, I think I can travel. I can travel safely.
All right. I every time I'm at an airport, I see people holding up the line because they don't have their ID, and then I have to wait longer. And I need to get to the lounge to get drunk before a flight. But also, like, I just see people getting charged over and over again. I'm like, we gotta, like, this has not been well advertised.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's crazy. Yeah, I have a real ID. You guys want to see it? You guys want to see my driver's license number?
No,
actually,
we would dox
it's a joke.
you. We would immediately dox you. But social security number, would love to see it.
Yeah.
No, why don't you just say it out loud?
Yeah. Well, you only need the last 4, right? No, I'm just... You don't need the whole thing. Come on.
Really good point.
Right.
I'm gonna set
right.
up a gas account in your name.
Yeah, make my life interesting. It's too boring. All right, I gotta go back to work.
Me too.
It made me sad.
AJ, good to meet
Made
you.
me sad.
Blake, this was fun as always. I'm just gonna close the window because it's the easiest way to like get us all out of here.
All right.
I will see you next time.
AJ, it was so good to officially meet you. Everybody have a wonderful night, and we will see you next Wednesday.